some great ideas to help us take better videos with a phone. Hi, and welcome to episode 74 of the Photography Explained podcast. I'm your host Rick, and in each episode I will try to explain one photographic thing to you in plain English in less than 10 minutes-ish without the irrelevant details. What I tell you is based on my lifetime of photographic experience and not Google. No offense, Google. I love you, really. Before I go on, if you have a question you would like me to answer, just go to the photographyexplainedpodcast.com/start. And yes, I've changed the title since the last episode to something much more snappy. Right, here is the answery bit. To take better videos with a phone, first think about what you are going to create a video of and what you are going to do with the video. Plan everything in advance and move slowly. Get a mic to improve the sound. Film what you need to, then call it good. And learn how to edit video. Easy for me to say, as I haven't got a clue. I'm using my iPhone XS as the reference point for everything here, by the way, because that's what I use for video. I'll come on to that in a bit. Okay, let's look at this in a bit more detail. Number one, first, why and what are you taking a video of? Now, this might sound obvious, but think about this for a second, rather than just turning up somewhere and taking videos without any thought. I like to take short 30-second videos of locations and behind-the-scenes videos of my work. And I also record longer videos about my blogs and podcasts. Just me talking to myself, really. So think before you hit record. Number two, who is the video being taken for? What are you going to do with the video? It's fine taking all those other videos, but who other than you is going to watch them? What are you going to do with them? Are they for your own records, or do you want to grow an online following, or do you want to make money doing videos? I take videos for my YouTube channels, websites and podcasts. I've not done any video work for clients yet. That day will come, I have no doubt. See, the first time I go off script and I mess up my words. Number three, how long a video do you want to shoot? This is important, as deciding how long you want to shoot for will help you to get what you want in a video. And if it's for other people to view, make sure it's long enough to tell what you want to tell. Decide on the length of the video, and this is where I'm going to completely contradict myself, but it needs to be longer or shorter, that is fine. Make the content determine the duration, rather than filling an amount of time or cutting it short just because you come up with a number. Yeah, don't expand to fill the time, just do what you need to do in the way you need to do it to give the best possible content. 4. Make sure you have enough spare memory. There's nothing worse than running out of memory on a phone. I did once. I was doing a 30-minute sunrise video and ran out of memory after 14 minutes. I'll never be able to record that sunset again. That moment has gone. Oh, and it stopped before the sun rose up over the land, which was a shame. 5. Resolution. My iPhone, easy for me to say, records video in 3 resolutions: 720p, 1080p and 4K. 4K is the highest quality, but think about it, do you really need 4K? I suggest not for many uses of videos taken on phones, and I include myself in that for personal stuff, just family stuff and just stuff of general interest. But for videos being published, I use 4K because I want the best quality for things I'm expecting others to watch, and why shouldn't I? Number 6, what are you going to record the video with? Like I say, I use my iPhone, which is fine for me, and I have to say this here. This is the reason the point's in, because this is about taking better videos on your phone, obviously. The quality of video capture is pretty amazing, but should I be using one of my cameras for this? Possibly, I should think about that. And that's why I love doing this podcast, because it makes me think about what I do. And it's really made me a lot more open-minded. I was getting a bit, this is what I do, everyone else is wrong. And I'm really glad to have got a more open view on things now. Number 7, are you going to be in the video? If you are, will you be talking to the selfie lens on the front? If so, think about what you're wearing and the background. Now, I've managed to come up with some quite shocking t-shirt/paint colour on the wall clashes, so learn from my mistakes and get everything looking nice and coordinated. And in the world of working from home, I have a very important standard or two which applies equally to online meetings and also to recording videos. Before any of these things, I will be showered, dressed and have cleaned my teeth. Standards must be maintained. One time I failed to do that and it didn't feel right. It was just really weird. Those are my standards and I stick to them. Number 8, talk to the lens. If you're recording yourself, you need to look at the camera lens, wherever that may be, and not you on the screen. This is horrible to master. I've really struggled with this, and it took me some time to work out how to do this and still read the words on my iPad, which I use for my prompts, which I ended up putting on another tripod behind where the lens is on my iPhone, which is over to the left when I got it on my tripod. So if you don't look at the lens, viewers will feel that you're not talking to them, which is a big no-no. There's no connection, and people probably just go somewhere else. Remember, it's a harsh world out there. 9. Decide on landscape or portrait. Which way up are you going to hold your phone? Are you doing a video for Pinterest? Then you need portrait mode. Mode, not mood. For YouTube, you need landscape mode, or whatever you want. Just think of who is viewing the video and where it might be viewed. Number 10, wide angle or telephoto. Again, I'm talking about my iPhone XS here, which has 2 lenses. The default is the wide angle. The telephoto is the other one that you have to choose. This is an interesting one that I've mentioned before. The default lens on my iPhone is a wide angle lens. And I believe this is the same for all iPhones and probably for all other phones. I think it's quite a general thing, this. The other lens, as in the one that you have to manually select yourself, is called a telephoto lens. But in photography terms, on a full frame camera, it is more like a standard lens. It's not a telephoto lens, it's a standard lens. And if you think about this, if everyone's using the wide angle lens, if you choose the telephoto lens, your videos might just stand out. So it's certainly worth a try. Set you apart from everybody else. Obviously this depends on what you're filming, but well worth a try. 11. Do you need something to hold your phone? Well, it's a thought, isn't it? I once recorded sunrise by arranging my phone on rocks I found on the beach. I mean, it worked fine, but was a bit of a faff. I think I've got a photograph of that somewhere. Listen on. 12. How about a gimbal? I have a gimbal for my phone. It allows me to produce cinematic quality videos. I've tried it a couple of times and need to do much more of this. I'm talking here about walking through lovely places, that kind of thing. You get some incredibly stunning effects. 13. Or a tripod/other stand. Now, I'm a photographer, so I've got lots of tripods. So I put my phone, if I'm recording myself, on a tripod. Or if I'm recording a sunrise, on a tripod. I've got mini tripods, I've got metal plates with fixings on them. And the bit that holds the phone into the bracket, that fits onto anything really. So it just depends what I'm recording myself waffling into my phone on. 14. Clean the lens. Have a cloth, clean the lens. This can make a difference. Just do it. Don't argue with me. 15. Definitely get a microphone. If you're talking into your phone, then a microphone will definitely help. You can get great microphones these days for not that much money that plug straight into your phone. You can get mics that clip onto your shirt or directional ones that point at you. That's the one that I've got, by the way. Improving the audio on your videos will make things massively better for your viewers and set you a level up from everyone else who is not doing this. And if you're outside, put something on the mic to deaden the wind noise on those big foamy things. See, I'm not that good on video, am I? 16. Move slowly and smoothly. Now, the number one thing I hate in videos is when they move too fast and are jerky. If I see this, I'll turn that video off. So all you need to do is just move slowly and smoothly and things will work out so much better. You don't need a gimbal, just think about it and be deliberate. But if you really get into this, get a gimbal, it will transform your videos. 17. Get filming. Just get out there and do it. No excuses. Just do it. Right, the talky bit. Video is one of those things that can appear daunting. If you feel like this, then the best thing to do is just give it a go. You won't get anywhere until you try after all, will you? Just go for it. If your videos are rubbish, delete them. But please try again. The number one way, I've said this before, I'll say it again. The number one way to improve our photography is to practice, and that includes video just like anything else. So, just give it a go. You never know, you might actually enjoy it. I struggled to talk to my phone when I started, but now I'm completely comfortable doing this. This is because I've practiced lots and lots of times. Trust me, it does get easier. Learn to edit videos. It's another thing I need to learn. I can edit photos in Lightroom, a little bit of Photoshop. So I should be able to edit videos, surely. I just can't. I don't know how to do it. I'll get there. Maybe that's an episode for another time. Teach yourself how to edit videos. Ooh, I might put that on the list. Final point, why are they called videos? I've said video a lot of times here, but this is a hangover from a long time ago, the days of the good old video recorder, which I'm sure a lot of you out there will have never seen or used or possibly even heard of. Surely there must be a better name for this millennium. Okay, my one-line summary. To take better photos with a phone, decide what you want to video, plan everything in advance, and move slowly. Get a mic to improve the sound, film what you need to, then call it good. Next episode, episode 75, Mobile Phone Camera Features Explained, 11 Things You Need to Know. That title's going to change, I hate it. Going weekly. I am now producing weekly episodes. When I started, the plan was to do 1 episode a week, but to get some momentum, I decided to do 2 episodes a week to get myself into double figures. Unbelievably, I managed to keep this up until episode 73, but I've got there. mission accomplished, and now I want to focus more on the quality of the episodes I create and also give myself time to do other cool stuff related to the podcast, which I will tell you about in future episodes. Time for a shout out. This is a new section, and the first shout out is to Alexander in Norway, who left this comment on my YouTube channel, would you believe? Hello Rick, been listening to your podcast all day at work. Some good tips for a starter like me. Composition is king. Have a nice day. Thanks Alexander, great to hear from you, and please get in touch with your comments and I'll give you a shout out. I'm done. Thanks for listening to my small but perfectly formed podcast. To find out more about my podcast and do stuff to help me, check out photographyexplainedpodcast.com/start. This episode was brought to you by Happy Me, excited to be able to do new things now that I have finally gone weekly. I've been Rick McAvoy. Thanks again for listening to me and for giving me 13.5 minutes of your valuable time, and I will see you on the next episode. Cheers from me, Rick.